Howdy y'all. I know I said I was using Kyogre today and doing a members video off of it, but my sinuses are really not doing the best. It'll be a lot more noticeable in the battles. I think frankly I could probably put up with it for 2 minutes to record this section, but I didn't want to do like a members video on top of the intro to the team, yada yada yada. So we're doing Kyogre either tomorrow or on Sunday. It really depends on the sinuses. But hopefully you guys enjoy it, and if you do and you want some more content like this, like and subscribe. Either way, we'll still have the Domfan team up on Friday. I promised Becca I would do it on Friday. That'll still have a members builder, so if you're interested in becoming a member for those extra builders, I recommend joining. We'll have 2 teams no matter what going up during this portion of the week. It just depends on if it's tomorrow or Sunday, depending on the nose. But either way, though, we do have a fun coaching Groudon team. I'll be honest, I think when recording this, I won't act like this is the most optimal team, but it was kind of silly. I get the prep. It's still pretty fun. We have Furrig as a nice priority blocker that helps a lot with our Scarf Groudon, especially because we are now making ourselves potentially able to be hit by Raging Bolt with Terra Fire, and we really do need it. I will tell you guys right now, we need Terra Fire on this because Heat Crash is like the best option to click outside of Precipice Blades, and when we're locking into that move, oh my goodness, we really do need it. In theory, though, the coaching Lilligant is a great partner for Groudon. At minimum, the Scarf actually does help a lot with getting this to outpace a lot of common threats like Zacian. And with +1, this does become a monster. The issue being, though, is that we miss out on a lot of KOs without the +1. This can still at least threaten a lot of 2-hit KOs. Like it is a very safe 2-hit KO in most Pokemon. But Groudon without boost is actually really weak. Like that 150 does not go as far as you would think it would. If this had even 160, absolutely top tier threat. But unfortunately, it's only 150, which is not the best. Thankfully, though, we do still have options like helping hit Furrig, coaching Lilligant, and even some other more supportive roles like the Sableye that has Foul Play and Gravity that can either pressure other physical threats like Calyrex or just go for Light Screen for options like other Calyrex and Kyogre and other key Pokemon in the format. Meanwhile, Torn is great for speed boosting, especially against other Scarf options. For example, Urshifu Rapid, we probably do creep all the common ones that are running Adamant. If they're on Tailwind, it's not as easy. And we still have Bleak Wind to be good and Sunny Day to help keep a sun advantage, because again, we really need it. Finally, Raging Bolt, just standard AV Raging Bolt, great for damage reduction for special threats. It's also good at just taking advantage of the Groudon Sun, and it is a much needed wall breaking presence here. Because even despite Lilligant being a decent option offensively, it is not really like a wall breaker. If you want to try the team out yourself, though, the rental's on screen here, as well as the page down below. And with that said, let's get into today's battles. All right, we're here today with our Groudon team. Now, I know I said, in case anyone skipped the builder, I know I said we were doing Ogre today. Little under the weather right now. You'll probably notice that very quickly during this video that I am a bit under the weather. So unfortunately, we're not going to be doing that today. We're going to push it off because it's easier to record one video when my sinuses are acting up than technically 1.5 in a members video isn't like a 30-minute video for this sort of stuff, but I would rather again postpone it a bit. Also, I didn't have the team fully in game on. I accidentally traded away a couple of the mons when setting up rentals for the Zama team. So unfortunately, it's like 4 in the morning. I woke up from a nap with my sinuses being icky still. So we're gonna roll with it. It's a nice Groudon rental though. I figured it's pretty cool. Built there in coaching Hisui Lilligant, which is also really cool, and it's a pretty cool team overall. We're going to, let's see, so they're definitely like a bulkier team with like Grim Screens. I don't think they bring Bundle here. I think they lean into like Instant Turtle lead and they go with like Sinistcha and probably Cress or Grim, I feel like are decent. We're gonna go with Groudon Sableye. I think that's a pretty good option. The Sableye especially could put some decent pressure into their team, and it might scare away them from going for any sort of setup on Turtle, which could be cool. I think I'm definitely bringing Lilligant, and I think my final mon here will be Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt, if nothing else, gives us just a nice option for just pressuring their team. Specifically, it's nice to pressure their team just as a nice special wall breaker. Since we are a little passive without it, we'll probably need to actually shoehorn Raging Bolt into most games, even if it's not the strongest matchup. It's probably my only dislike with the team, which is why I personally would have liked to have Fluttermane on, but honestly, I can kind of get why all those supports are here, because with the Scarf Groudon, it's a really terrifying set for Groudon, but you do kind of need a lot of support for it. Things like Imprison Trick Room, and Gravity is nice if you're locking into Precipice Blades, especially on a team like this, because you're both having to worry about flying types and also missing, so that is a really valuable support to have. And then obviously, coaching is good to help combat Intimidate spam, which is also very appreciated. For this particular turn, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a Precipice Blade. I'm just going to lock it in, and I'm going to go for a Gravity here. The Gravity should be nice overall for just making sure that, again, Precipice Blades on the next turn will be powerful. They're going to set up with Turtle anyway, so I'm not too concerned. Oh, they're not setting up with Turtle. Okay, well, this Precipice Blades is going to hit like a truck. It's not going to do a lot to Turtle, but it is going to hurt that Incineroar very much. And that'll be great, especially since it's probably going to go for like a Wisp or a Parting Shot. Um, Wisp won't be the greatest thing to have to take, but I don't know if it's going to risk that. They're probably going to go for a parting shot here, I feel like. Because I can't imagine a world where Incineroar really just sees Groudon and goes for Wisp. Especially since they do commonly go for Terra Fire. Like, that is the most common Terra type that Groudon finds. The next turn I'm going to go for Light Screen either way, though, and then I'll probably just go for another Precipice Blades. Oh, they're going for Blitz. Oh, they're just going for straight damage. Okay, honestly, in Disabling, that's kind of fair. I can get it. That Monty's a menace against their team. And it could have been very deadly, locking them into, like, Calm Mind spam. But I'll take it. That is honestly really huge for us. I'm bringing in the Lilligant. I'm going to go for Coaching. That will already be absolutely huge here. Getting off this Coaching here will help my Groudon immensely. They're going to have to swap. They're going to have to hard switch out here because otherwise they get really badly pressured. And considering their only Mon that checks this is going to be like Sinistcha at this point because we've removed the immunity from Cresselia, that's a really big deal. Also, if Sinistcha does come in, I can Ice Spinner it and that'll be fine. So I'm really not too concerned with that. I'm hoping they don't have Sinistcha. I think it's the best case scenario. But if they do have it, they're bringing it in right now because I think that restores them into Terra Shell. So that'll be a really big deal. Also gives them another Intimidate piece, so I don't even think they'll risk a parting shot. I think they'll just go hard Sinistcha. But if they don't have it, well, if they don't have it, they're not switching this turn. Okay, they're switching. So they're definitely going Sinistcha, which isn't the biggest deal. At minimum, with the Coaching as well, we're going to be able to, yep, okay. So while Terra Shell will get reactivated, at the same time, we're going to not only boost us back to neutral, but we'll also be able to guarantee that Terra Shell will be broken. Okay, so not the biggest, not the best thing, but Coaching will still hurt. At minimum, we can probably just go for an Ice Spinner plus a Precipice Blades this turn and be kind of okay. Even if Incineroar does switch in again, I'm not really too concerned here because Turtle will still kind of have to fear. So, not really too concerned. They also have to just kind of fear Lilligant, to be completely honest. Though I can't really activate Lilligant's true potential just yet. What I think I'm going to do... No, I'm not going to go for Terra. I'm just going to go for Ice Spinner here into that Sinistcha. They're probably going to switch into Incineroar. Nope, they're going to go for Rage Powder. Okay, that's okay. I am very okay with that, actually, because I was going for Ice Spinner to hopefully get this thing as weak as possible. We've already seen Citrus Berry on Incineroar, so at best is like an Aqua Berry here. This Terra Shell will get broken now, which is pretty big, actually. That's a pretty big deal. And especially considering Sinistcha's going for Rage Powder, we're actually in a decent spot because I can go for... yep, they're Aqua. Okay. I can go for another Coaching this turn, and then I can go for a... Precipice Blade. I can also just go for Sleep Powder. Sleep Powder is also pretty viable here. They can't Rage Powder away my Lilligant, thankfully, so I can probably just click that without drawback. Gravity will end probably next turn, though, so I do need to be a bit smart with how I'm playing this. I think because of that, because of the fact that Gravity could end in a turn or so, I'm actually going to go for Precipice Blade now, try and cash in on my damage if possible. At minimum, that also pressures Incineroar if they switch it now, and I am going to go for Coaching here, just to make sure that Groudon's at least defensively boosted. They are going to withdraw. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so we're going to at minimum get off another, Coaching here. Incineroar will die, and that's a decent Fake Out piece gone at least, and it's also their Intimidate mitigation that is also going to be cleared. Turtle will land another Protect here. Not the best for us, but to be fair, they're probably banking on us killing Incineroar, which is fine. We're going to be +2 defense, so it's not going to matter a lot unless they mark Grimmsnarl, but at least that's still decent. We're at least back to neutral, which is also good, but that's kind of nice because we can kind of low commit to the defense and just assume they're going with special and then switch into something else and lock something like a Heat Crash. Also, we regain our Sun, which is nice. So I think I will actually probably switch into Raging Bolt and then go for like a Sleep Powder into Turtle. I think it's going to be good, especially considering they can't actually go for another Protection route without missing potentially. So I'm actually going to do that. I think it's going to be for the best. Their team is so slow, I don't really mind. Barring an Iron Bundle, I'm not really scared. And if Iron Bundle comes in, yeah, okay. So Iron Bundle does come in. So at minimum, they're definitely going to go for something like an Icy Wind this turn, which kind of works out well because I'm a Gopher Cloak. They won't kill. We're going to go hard Raging Bolt, and I think I'm just going to go for Sleep Powder. I feel confident that we can hit the Sleep Powder here. I could also just go for, Close Combat. I mean, we're only -1, so I'm not too scared. They're definitely going to go for a Terra here, though, on the Turtle, 100%. I'd go for a CC in a bundle, but I'm a little concerned they might go for, like a Protect here. Turtle is definitely clicking an offensive move, though. I think they are going to go for Icy Wind, which is fine, because Lilligant, even after the Icy Wind, because of our Covert Cloak, will not be underpacing the Turtle. So I'm pretty okay with that. They're definitely gonna overterra though and remove my sun, which is good because I can then regain the sun by going for a Terrifier Heat Crash and really just lean into that damage. Because we'll not only regain our speed boost, but also we'll be able to just go for another coaching, and with that Terrifier, we can just massacre into their turtle. Especially considering the bundle can't drop our speed either, I can CC that on the following turn and be kind of okay. Or even just thunderclap the bundle this turn, which would be huge as well. So I'm pretty okay with this. Icy Wind is gonna pop, perfect. Can I get the turtle to sleep? Can I get the turtle to sleep? That's a pretty big deal if I can. Because if I can get the turtle to sleep, I can then go for Thunderclap, perfect. Okay, I can go for Thunderclap in close combat here, and that's a really great sequence for us. Honestly, even if they go into Sinister, I'm not really too concerned. Actually, what I'll probably do, just for good measure, because I doubt Turtle will wake up in one turn, I'm gonna go for Ice Spinner plus okay, oh thank god they're leftovers. For some reason I thought they were activating a Lumberry here and I was very terrified. Yeah, we're gonna go for Ice Spinner into the, well, Ice Spinner plus Thunderclap into the bundle. Thunderclap will definitely kill if they're gonna go for it. If they're gonna really go for an Icy Wind and try and claim a kill. But I think they're gonna go into Sinister here. Which, if they're going to go into Sinister here, at minimum, I get off some form of damage, and on the next turn, I just go for Dragon Pulse plus Close Combat. And that's still very fine. Thunderclap's going to go off. Ooh, they're going for Encore. Okay, Encore is fine. Honestly, I'm not too concerned with Encore. Because while it is wasted into the Turtle here, I can Thunderclap into the bundle again, and then I can switch out into Groudon. Ooh, actually, I don't know if I could do that. Okay, that's not the greatest. They actually got a good playoff there, for sure. Okay, so I do kind of need to switch into Groudon. But at minimum, what I could do, I can switch into Groudon, and then I can go for a Snarl here. Snarl will at minimum give me a good way to combat the Turtle a bit. Actually, do I take... I don't know if I take a hit from the Turtle is the issue. I think I kind of need to go for it and bank on the fact that Turtle will be asleep one more turn. It's statistically in my favor, but to be fair, they're still a lot more likely to wake up now. So I don't know if I can make that work. We're gonna have to bank on it. I feel confident we can. I think I'm gonna go for a Protect on bundle to avoid dying to my Raging Bolt. So I'm pretty okay with that. If they're making that play, I can then go for Thunderclap into bundle, and then I can go for Heat Crash. Oh, they're going for Encore. Okay, still not the best, but at minimum, this is still doable. This is still definitely doable. Oh no, they woke up. Shit, that's really bad. That's really bad. I need to hope that Groudon can take this. It's only +2 to be fair, but it's still a pretty strong attack. Can Groudon take it? Can Groudon take it? Oh, thank fuck we took it. Okay, so at minimum, bundle isn't kind of a bad situation here. We do a lot of damage. We do a lot of damage to the turtle. I think this is actually winnable if I can just get the Heat Crash off. Because bundle cannot survive a Thunderclap. It is dying here no matter what, if it does go for an offensive move to kill my Groudon. And because of our Scarf, we do guarantee outpace into the turtle. And this Terrifier Heat Crash will absolutely hurt. Because that is a light Pokemon. That is a very light Pokemon. And considering we are Adamant and we are Terrifier, like this will hurt. It's not gonna kill, but it will do a lot of damage. Like, that's considerable damage we're getting off here. Thunderclap is going to not go off. They're gonna spam another Encore here. That's fine. I'm not really too concerned because we're Scarf Groudon anyway. And this Heat Crash will do so much damage. I'm really not too concerned. It's gonna probably do a KO. It's guaranteed to KO. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's fine. Lilligant can probably... Oh, actually, wait. No, bundle goes for Icy Wind here, and I lose. Okay. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate for sure. The Flare Blitz turn one with Instant was actually a really good play. I think that was like really game winning because I couldn't get up a light screen. And I think if I got up the light screen, that could have been nice. I should have maybe also proceeded to try and pressure Turtle a bit more, but honestly, I'm not even sure if I could have. Because if I spammed Heat Crash, they could have probably just switched out Turtle and been fine. I think, honestly, we just got outplayed. As I said, the team needed a bit more offensive pieces. Like, I think a Fluttering here could have been really huge. The bundle would have still been a problem. I think it just would have been huge for this particular matchup over Furrig. But, I mean, it is what it is. Realistically, I think my opponent just beat us. It is what it is. They're going to free shot and bundle, and I can't really do much about it. But at minimum, we can kill the turtle, which is kind of nice. Either way, that we lost to either turtle or bundle here, though, so I'm not really too concerned. Good game with my opponent, though. Very good game. They just played better than I... Well, actually, I don't even really think it was a playing better thing. I think they just got the upper hand. I think they just won. And sometimes that could just happen. Like, I think both of us played to our outs. We both played well. My opponent just won this game. So, it is what it is. Either way, though, we're going to see you guys in the next match, though. Hopefully, we can get a nice win. I feel confident in the team still. I think it has a lot going for it. And we'll hopefully get to show that off in game number 2. All right. For our second game of the day, we're taking on Pelipper Rain. Oh my goodness. Okay, not a great matchup for us, I'll be honest. However, there's still some outs. There's still definitely some outs. I think that I need to bank off of endgame Groudon, and I need to really lean into specifically... Let's see. So, how do I actually combat... Ooh, okay, this is not good. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lead off with Torn and Groudon. That at minimum gives me an out to Pelipper potentially if need be. I can just spam Sunny Day plus E-Crash until I kill the Zacian. I'm going to bring Raging Bolt and I'm going to bring Lilligant. I think that should be fine. Because my goal here, despite the rain, is actually to spam the fire move. It is to spam the fire move every turn. And even if that means I need to let Torn literally die by clicking Sunny Day 5 times in a row and having it fail 5 times in a row, I kind of am okay with that. Because I think that's just the way I need to play this game. Because it's otherwise not a great matchup. And I think that's kind of the issue with the team, is that I don't have that great pivot. Frankly, I think it's more reflective of an issue with Groudon, though, than anything. They're actually going to lead with, like, the one option that I would argue maybe gives me an out to clicking a different move here. I definitely need to click the Sun either way. The Sun is non-negotiable. I think I actually click Sunny Day, though. Actually, hold on. No, I actually just go hard Raging Bolt. And then I go for Bleak Wind Storm, and I take advantage of the fact that I have Rain up. If they're going to click Wide Guard here, I'm not too against it, because that means they're not clicking a dual offensive move, which means that my Tornadus, unless they're going to go for Surging Strikes into my Tornadus, I'm kind of okay with that. I don't really need the Tailwind here, to be fair, because that Urshifu being Adamant means it probably doesn't actually outpace my Groudon, which, or the fact that obviously their team is just very weak to Raging Bolt, so I'm kind of okay with that too. Especially once I get my, yeah, okay, so they're going to go for the... They're going to go for the Raging Bolt here, which is great, actually. This Urshifu also didn't Terra, which leads me to believe they're saving the Terra for the Zacian, which works out really well. I can proceed to go for Bleak Wind here, that Brace Pelipper Sash, and then I can honestly just probably go for, like, a Thunderbolt and just make sure to kill Pelipper. So if I'm killing Pelipper, then Groudon's kind of set for the end game. So that works out really well. They're going to Weather Ball my Tornadus. Oh, that will be pretty deadly, because it at least brings me down, like, just about to death. But that's still not a big deal. They kind of have to switch out Pelipper here, and I can just Thunderbolt that spot pretty confidently, as they most likely have Zacian that they need to switch into. So I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt, and then I'm going to go for a... honestly, I could probably just click Sunny Day. Actually, no, I'm going to click Bleak Wind here, because if Pelipper is clicking Wide Guard, that's fine, it's not killing. Yep, they're going to go for Pelipper. Okay, that's fine. Minimum Pelipper dies, so I can bring in Groudon and win the game. Even if they're going to go for like a Trick Room route, it's not really a huge concern. Frigg is most likely going to have to kind of activate a Throat Spray here, though, to actually have any chance at winning, because Zacian and Trick Room will not win them the game. It'll underpace my Groudon, but it will not win them the game, because Raging Bolt turns into the win con suddenly at that point. And Raging Bolt is a very good win con here, don't get it twisted. It is a very terrifying win con, I just need to Terra if they go for Trick Room. So, they're going to go for Hyper Voice, okay, yeah. Honestly, it's probably their safest line to win the game, because I think, again, like, Zacian plus Frigg could potentially do it. Especially if they, well, in theory, they don't know Scarf Groudon, and Scarf Groudon does always actually bully the team very confidently. But, like, in theory, that is their line. Just to be safe here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Groudon, and then I'm going to proceed to go for the, I think I go for Heat Crash. I think I just go for Terrifying Heat Crash, just right into the Frigg spot. Because I think killing the Frigg is a pretty big deal. Actually, no, I just go for the, yeah, I go for the Frigg. Because we don't know Zacian's Terra yet, and that might actually change how I have to play around it. But at minimum, I think I go for the Thunderbolt plus the... I go for Thunderbolt plus Heat Crash here. That's a pretty safe click for me, I feel like, in my opinion. So we'll Thunderbolt into the Zacian, and then let me actually make sure that this kills into Furrygraph. Because we've seen this do unimpressive damage. And now, to be fair, that's pre-coaching. Yeah, okay, that's a 2 hit. Yeah, I need to actually dual target Furry, which is fine. It probably doesn't have Protect. They almost never have Protect. So we're going to go for the E-Crash, and I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt as well. Zacian will probably just Sword Stance here or go for Protect. I can't imagine that they don't go for Protect or they get Defensive Terra. They didn't go for Terra. Oh, wait, never mind. I outpace. I forgot. I'm Jolly Groudon. I'm Jolly, and I'm Fast Groudon, too, at that. Like, we do outpace. Yeah, we perfectly outpace this. So... they might be going for Terra. No, they don't go for Terra. Okay, fuck. I had a free turn to that Zacian. That is insane. They probably just saw a kill, to be fair, and thought that maybe I would have to, like, play on the defensive with Groudon against Zacian, which is, it's not the worst assumption to make, but they can't win this. Thankfully, they can't win this. I go for Groudon, and honestly, the Scarf Crash does kind of bail me out here, And thankfully the lead actually with Groudon in particular, having Rage Bolt as a backline actually worked out well, because they didn't feel threatened because they had Reina and they knew that they could kill Groudon, and because of that they thought I'd go for like Tailwind and then still get outpaced, which is really good because a lot of the Groudon do kind of have to run slow just to keep a weather advantage, and because of that, I mean, I think that worked out well. We're gonna go for coaching here, and we're gonna go for Heat Crash. They're gonna forfeit, but like it's the best play we have. Oh, they're gonna go for Terra. Okay, so they're actually trying to fight this, which is kind of cool. Okay, I'll take it. Eminem, the coaching is gonna do great. They're probably gonna go for water, but this is still probably a 2 KO. Considering we're +1 and we have the sun boost, like once we get the +1 off, this suddenly becomes a monster. But before that, it's really weak. I'm kind of curious how much this can do, because yeah, okay, so this looks like it's still a 2 KO. I will take that. Oh, never mind. Right. I was looking at neutral, not resist. Yeah, this should be a 3 KO still. At minimum, the coaching actually probably does help a lot because they're not going to pick Sacred Sword. We will probably still take a couple hits from this. Yeah, that's automatically 1v1able. Oh, they're going to play off the Lilligant. Okay, still 1v1able actually, because they're going to still take. They're not taking 2 more of these. They will die, guaranteed in this 1v1. This Heat Crash will kill. They actually can't kill me because. So their best way to kill me is Sacred Sword, which cannot beat me 1v1. It does. Even with the crit, it cannot kill me. In fact, even any of their moves critting right now, right? Even if they're Adamant and Zacian, nothing would kill. Despite the fact that I only have like 44 and 4. Their best way would be Sacred Sword, which does nothing. Yeah, Behemoth Blade does nothing. Okay, sweet. Yeah, another Heat Crash kills. They can protect around it all they want. It doesn't win the game though. Because frankly, the Sun advantage matters way more here. They would literally use a crit Sacred Sword. So we will take that. Solid. Okay, so we're 1-1 for the day. That's pretty huge actually. I'll definitely take going 1-1 because I'm tired of going like negative or neutral. I want to go positive again. So we're gonna go for another match. Hopefully we can get a good win in our 3rd game of the day. This might only be a 3-game vid just because I'm really not feeling the best. So I'll see you in game number 3. In our final game of the day, we're taking on an Ice Rider Trick Room team. Definitely a pretty terrifying build, I will say. But I do think I still have an out. They need to go with the Farig and Ground lead. And I just need to kind of hope that I can bully the... So they're probably going to lead off with Indeedee. I feel like I need to kind of bully that immediately. If they lead off with their Shifu, I'm a little bit scared. But I also can't really risk going for like a Groudon plus Lilligant lead, because that loses pretty badly to Calyrex. So I'm going to backline Lilligant, and I think my final mon probably has to be Raging Bolt. I don't think I really get a free Precipice Blade click here, so I can't really lead off. I could go with Sableye, to be fair. Sableye's not bad either. Sableye actually might not be terrible. At minimum, we could actually... Let's lead off with Sableye, actually. I feel like Sableye might be the smarter lead, because we could actually just go as far as to go with, like, Foul Play plus Precipice, and, like, fake that we might be going for, like, anything else, such as, like, a Taunt, or really any other shenanigans. That might put up some decent pressure, and I think I'm going to go with Raging Bolt and Lilligant as my other 2. I think it might be the smarter call, actually. Farig isn't terrible here, but I don't really think that its typing is that great. It doesn't really offer me a lot offensively. Imprison's not bad, but we saw just in general that like the Sableye can be pretty threatening. It's just the fact that I need to position it well. Considering this team doesn't really have a great ground matchup, I think it could be decent. So let's see. We're going to see Indeedee Fluttermane. Okay, so I'm almost curious if they're going to be going for like I don't know. So they're probably going to go for like Trick Room here with one of these 2, and most likely use Fluttermane as like a death piece, which isn't the best here, but I think I can make it work. So let's see what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for the I think I'm going to go for the Precipice Blades here. And then I'm going to go for the Terra Fire as well. I know that gets away my ability to... Actually, hold on. I'm going to go for Terra Fire and Heat Crash and just kill the Indeedee, hopefully. And then I'm going to go for a... Gravity here, just for... Actually, I'm going to go for a Light Screen here. Yeah, I'm going to go for a Light Screen. At minimum, that still helps with like Blood Moon matchup, and I think it could be pretty valuable as well. So we're going to try and pursue the Blood Moon, because the Blood Moon could be pretty threatening. And at minimum, trying to mitigate that. Maybe not necessarily for like Groudon, but even if it's for like Raging Bolt, that could be pretty huge. Fluttermane's going to go for Trick Room here. That's a good play. Honestly, it's a good play for them. I don't really have a lot for that, because I can... Unfortunately, I didn't lead with Farig. I was so close to leading with Farig for an Imprisoned situation, but again, I had a lot of pressure from the Calyrex plus Indeedee, and I don't think I had a great way to combat that if they led with it and just lanced. So I need to kind of gamble. I need to gamble, and I think unfortunately I got the lead wrong, which is what it is. They're gonna for Gleam, thankfully though, so I could potentially actually put some decent pressure on that Indeedee. Also, I'm gonna get a nice switch, if nothing else, into my Raging Bolt here. Actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna go into Lilligant. I'm gonna go into Lilligant because if they're gonna click like some sort of offensive move here, I can get a lot out of that, and I can get in my ability to go for coaching spam. Also, if I kill the Indeedee here, I get a really big turn because I can then go for coaching Key Crash into the Flutter Mane, and honestly, that gets me a lot. Fuck. Okay, they're gonna just barely take that. All right, that's fine. At minimum, they don't have a speed advantage right now, though, which is huge. That is a pretty big deal. I'm going to proceed to go for a Key Crash into the Flutter Mane. And then I'm going to go for a... I think I'm going to go for an Ice Spinner here as well into the Flutter Mane. Actually, I'll go for an Indeedee, just to kill the Indeedee here. If they're Sash Flutter Mane, that's fine. It's at least not great for them to have that on the field. Also, if they go for like a Dazzling Gleam here on both these Mons, then that's not really too concerning either, because at minimum, Groudon will take that very well. They probably just switch out Flutter Mane actually, which is a pretty big deal. Their switch-ins to Heat Crash are not that great, so I could actually bank off of that as well. And especially if I can catch like a Blood Moon, for example, like that's damage. It's not a ton of damage because it's a pretty, I think it's heavy Mon. I'm not really too concerned. I've already moved. All right. So we're gonna Heat Crash into the Lilligant, unfortunately, because they follow me. But it's not the biggest deal in the world. Shockingly, Scarf Groudon is still somehow the second fastest Pokemon on the field, which is kind of funny. That's actually really funny. I can't lie. They've lost a decent support though with the Groudon going down. Not the Groudon, the Lilligant. Sorry, the Indeedee going down. So I'm not too concerned with that. And Lilligant clearing terrain at minimum puts some decent pressure on not Raging Bolt, on Calyrex, and just go for Terra. Also, we didn't kill the Flutter Mane, which is a pretty big deal actually, because they now have to keep this kind of useless Flutter Mane here. Unfortunately, my Lilligant is somehow even more useless, but like I can make this work potentially. I kind of wish I clicked coaching with this in mind, but I still think the Thunderclap potential will be valuable later on, despite the fact that Groudon now doesn't have as much of a defensive presence. So we'll need to be a bit careful here, but I think we can make it work. Let's see. They do kind of need to Terra as well. I think I might take advantage of that and go hard into Sableye here and let them both go down. Well, actually, ooh, okay, so there's a little bit of a problem here. Alright. So, ooh. This isn't good. I'm gonna Heat Crash the Flutter Mane, and I'm gonna go for Sleep Powder into Calyrex. I'm gonna kind of hope that they go for high horsepower here, and that like Flutter Mane chokes. I don't really actually. Frankly, I don't have any good play. I think it's just bullies me. I'm pretty confident we actually just lose on this turn, which is great. Yeah, they're gonna high horsepower. Oh shit, that doesn't kill. Oh, they click beam anyway and kill. Oh wait, no, I killed the Flutter Mane. Okay, actually, this is kind of winnable. If I hit the Sleep Powder here, this is actually kind of winnable. It's not great. It is not a good position to be in by any means, but it kind of can work in our favor. I just need to hit the Sleep Powder here. Fuck. Oh, you're kidding. Okay. Oh my goodness. That took so long. That was obnoxious how suspenseful that was. Okay. So we're definitely going to lose a key option here. For sure. Depending on what they go into. I'm probably going to have to... It's hopefully not Blood Moon, but it's probably Blood Moon. Oh, yeah, it's Blood Moon. Okay, fuck. Alright, so how many turns of Trigger Man left? They have 2 turns of Trigger Man left. Okay. I need to go hard into Sableye. Sableye I know is going to, like, get sacked here. Actually, hold on. I need to go hard into Raging Bolt, actually, because they're going to probably Hyper Voice here. And I'm going to go for a Sleep Powder here into the Blood Moon. At minimum, I can go for like a Thunderclap into the Calyrex next turn. If they're gonna go for for Earth Power here and try and claim a kill with a Ground Stab, that's fine. It's better for me. Because Raging Bolt will still have Light Screen up, obviously, which like this should take the hit pretty confidently. I'm very confident that Raging Bolt will take a hit well, and I can go into Sableye next turn and just get off a good foul play, which should at least underpace the Blood Moon. Perfect. Okay, so this actually Sableye might actually come into play here because I can foul play that the Calyrex before it becomes threatening. Also, their Life Orb, which is actually really good for us, I can probably just go for Thunderclap plus Foul Play. And that's really good pressure on the Calyrex. And I can probably endgame off of Groudon, if nothing else, so I can make that work. We're going to go for the Thunderclap here into the Calyrex. If they're smart, they go for like a Protect just to avoid dying, which is honestly fair. They're going to get Thunderclap. Okay, perfect. That's good chip. That is great chip, actually, especially because they did not Terra this. They're going to get Foul Played. Thankfully, they get to sleep again, which is really good. We would have ended up burning through Trigger either way, and I could have probably Rock Slided, but it's not the best situation to be in. They're gonna either kill my Sableye here though, or they're gonna kill Raging Bolt. And perfect. They choose to kill Sableye, which is probably better. To be fair, actually, it wasn't really a bad situation either way. Let me actually double check here. Ursaluna, Blood Moon versus Groudon. Yeah, okay. So actually, it would have probably been so. In theory, if I kept Sableye around, I could have went for like single target Precipice Blades here, and that would have been a safer click than Heat Crash. Actually, never mind. Heat Crash does more. For the record, neither do a lot to Blood Moon, which is so depressing. This mon is so weak. Without Coaching Boost, it is really weak. The coaching in theory does work. I think, frankly, though, Lilligant is more useful as a Sleep Powder option. Either way, though, we're gonna go for Snarl here, because I could probably take one single hit. And if Blood Moon's gonna go for Earth Power, that's fine. It'll do more damage, sure, but it won't kill both my mons, so I'm kind of okay with taking that chance. Then I go for Draco on the next turn, and I think that's okay. So we're gonna go for, ooh, they're gonna go for Protect. Okay, so I'm not sure why they're doing that. Because frankly, this doesn't really gain them anything. Like, they gain nothing from this, actually. I go for Heat Crash here. Heat Crash will do about a third, but like a third is still decent damage. And then that plus the Snarl will at least lower the damage output, so it doesn't have as much potency against Raging Bolt, whether they're gonna go for Earth Power or not. And then another Heat Crash plus their Life Orb recoil should probably take them out. So I'm pretty confident in the play. Like, this is still my line for sure. They're gonna go for Terra here. Terra is kind of crazy, but I'm kind of curious what Terra they're gonna go for. If they're like Terra Water, that's really good for them. If they're Terra Normal, maybe they're leaning to Hyper Voice. They're gonna be normal. Okay, so they're leaning to Hyper Voice damage, but we've already seen that not do a lot of damage to us anyway. They might be going for Blood Moon just to really kill the Raging Bolt, which would be fair. Honestly, it's a fair click to have. I think they're just gonna lean into Hyper Voice damage though, which doesn't really make a huge difference, thankfully. Especially considering a -1. Oh, that took a lot. Was that a crit? No, that wasn't even a crit. That's kind of crazy. They're gonna go for Hyper Voice. Okay, so that will not kill Raging Bolt, especially with the -1. It does not kill. Perfect. Okay. So I just they actually fucked themselves badly going for that. So I get why they did. Because if I wasn't AV Raging Bolt, they could have maybe won that with a crit. They could have maybe won that with a crit, actually. Especially depending on investment. However, unfortunately, they now died at Thunderclap, which is sad. It's really sad. I can actually probably just Thunderbolt, to be fair. I know I outpace. But Thunderclap is kind of funnier. And if they really try and stall through Thunderclap, I think it's also funny in its own right. So I'm just gonna spam Thunderclap. I'll spam Thunderclap until I can't spam it anymore, because I think it's the funnier way to kill them. Like making them have to accept that they die to it. They got a double protect. That's kind of crazy. It doesn't really matter because either way they're immune, but like it's still kind of crazy. I'll go for Thunderbolt. Fuck it. I want to go to bed. And we stalled the video long enough for a 3-game video to justify it, so I'll go for the kill. They're gonna fail Protect now. Okay, it's because we made the correct play. That's why they fail Protect. So good game by my opponent. We'll take 2-1. Honestly, I am content with this. At minimum, the Groudon might not have been the best. But frankly, I finally have come to the opinion that Groudon is kind of washed. This was a cool team. It was a cool way to run Groudon. I'm glad I experimented with it instead of the typical Clear Amulet sets, because that would have been too samey with the Groudon team that we ran. So I'm kind of glad that we at least tried something new. It didn't work out the best, but I'm glad we tried something new. Hopefully you guys enjoyed though, and if you want to see more options like this on the channel, of course, leave a like on the video and subscribe for more. Consider becoming a member as well. We have some nice builders for the channel members. Even if tomorrow we don't have Kyogre, it really depends on my sinuses, but even if we don't have Kyogre tomorrow, at minimum, we will have the Donphan team on Friday, which is Donphan, Cali, Shadow. It's a pretty fun team. I want to like it's the most serious Cali team, but it's a kind of funny team. And then we'll also have Kyogre at some point over the weekend if we don't have it up tomorrow. It really just depends on how the sinuses do. Our current members, of course, are Zeke, Mia, Rasakura, Obo, Endless Gadgets, Angok M, Randy Chappa, and Josh Gilter Player, who is our bigger fan. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I will see you guys tomorrow for it's either going to be Size Spam with the Cosmic Donlings or Kyogre. It depends on the sinuses. One will be tomorrow, the other one will be on Sunday. Until then, though, peace out, guys.